Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another wonderful class. This wasn't a planned class actually, but this is a class to actually pass information to everyone. We told you guys at the beginning of this class I will teach you how to design. For those using Android phone, we teach you how to design with two apps, 4View and Pixel Lab. We have started with Pixel Lab and we'll soon start with 4View so that you grabbing everything at once. So the person who will be taking you guys on 4View is one of our very best graphics designer, and he's the best there is. His name is Mr. Peter. He'll be taking you guys. He'll give you the dates for his classes and everything. So that is the information for both graphics and then graphics and every other person who does doing web design. This information is vital for every one of you. It's important that you attend those classes. And also, time for you guys to actually pay up and pay for a certificate. And we are actually, we have agreed that you guys will be paying for graphic designers, you guys will be paying 1,000 naira and 1,000 for your certificate. So total is 2,000 naira. That is just to keep the classes going. Just let's do it as giveaway for as Christmas present for every one of you. But we are teaching you guys from everything from start to finish. So Mr. Peter will continue with you guys. I will also continue with Visual Lab. So we continue with 4View. So that's it. Now I want to actually show the interface of the Photoshop and the Adobe Illustrator for those using their laptops. So let's get on with it. So I hope you see my screen. So let me open it. As in the Photoshop and the Adobe Illustrator. But for me, I prefer the Photoshop because Photoshop is easy and it's stress-free. Is because once you understand how to use the tools, it's easy going for manipulation, for retouching. A lot of things you can do in Photoshop. Like you can do a lot of things that people will be like, now when you design, you can convince someone of anything. That's why scammers, if you see, not scammers, always graphic designers because they can Photoshop anything, picture, put in numbers. Hey, this is how much I've earned on this. Just put it for you and you believe because that it's just they have designed it and it's perfect. You cannot notice it. So Photo, Photoshop is actually a very nice tool. Illustrator is also a very nice tool. I'll show you guys how to do everything, both the shortcut and the long cut, everything on doing with Illustrator and Photoshop. So that's it and start with that. So if you're not using, if you have someone that has a laptop, you can actually go from the guy, install Photoshop inside with the link they've sent to you and just make a little practice. It's nice so that when you have your own laptop, you can actually. So Photoshop is actually a nice application to use for any graphic design job. Like for me is the best is what I would advise everyone to use. Illustrator on the other hand, I use it most times for my short cuts. Like when I really want to design a flyer fast, I use Illustrator. When I really want to do a logo fast, I use Illustrator. Business card, I use Illustrator. Just when I really want to shortcut everything, I don't have strength to really waste time. When I have a lot of like design flyers and all, I just go with my Illustrator I'll do it. So this is opening. Just give it some time. Okay. Now, yeah. Okay, I don't know if any of you have any question or whatever, but you can actually let me or answer any question. You can type it in the group or send a private message to this number and we'll get back to you. So that's it. And for web design, you guys really need to speed up and you guys really need to speed up. So we'll have class for web designers very different from graphic design. So that's it. Oh God, why is this wasting time? Okay, I hope everyone is seeing my screen. So this is the Photoshop. And the famous photo. Okay. So this is our Photoshop. As you can see, this is the file. Where if you want to create a new file, this is where you can create a new file. So click on it and select new. Then this open means if you want to open any folder on the Photoshop, this is where you can use open. This is where you want to open recent. This for recent. These are the recent programs I've worked on, recent designs I've worked on. When you want to open it, then you can come there. Then this place embedded will show you how to use place embedded. Place embedded, this part comes up only when you created a new file on your Photoshop. Import. So many of them will show you how to use them. So the first thing we are going to do is select a new file. Now there's something you need to understand. Flyers, business cards, everything has its sizes. Everything. Everything is like I will show you how to design all those sizes. We'll show you the sizes of each. We'll tell you everything. We'll tell you how to design it. So this custom here, when it comes to this custom, you click on the drop down menu. You see default Photoshop size, you see US paper, you see international paper. Now, you see photo, you see web, mobile devices, film, and video. Now, when you click on international paper, now see this way you can see your A4, A6, A5, A3, B5, B4, B3, C6, any form of size of page or flyer you want, business card, anything, this size. Just want to, hey, I need an A4 flyer. You can come here and select A4. I need A6, I need A5, I need A3. Anything, any size, this where you get it. So for now, we are just going to work with custom. Custom just let's just select the size we want, just any size. So I'm put it to pixels. Resolution. Now your resolution. Let me explain this resolution. Your resolution is maybe when you go to create it, when you go to print out a banner you've designed, flyer you've designed, how the images, how the text is on that flyer appear is your resolution. Now, mostly it's not advisable to put a resolution at 300 because when printing it will take long and it is hard and it takes hours. So it's difficult, it hangs and everything. Your file keeps hanging and everything. So it's advisable to like reduce your resolution to at least 200, 172 is better. Like people will be able to see your work. So after that, click on OK. And this is our page. Now, it always comes out like this. Now, if you want to put it in the middle, you can come to window, you can arrange, and you can type vertically. And this is how your page comes up. This is how your page comes up. Now, this background, now you guys will be thinking this background is colored white. No, it is not colored white. It's just doesn't have any color at the moment. It's just blank. It's entirely blank. So if you want to add your background, like your page, a color, you go to edit, click on fill, select color. Yes. Now, okay, okay, and so seeing it white when it comes up that time doesn't mean that it's colored white. It's the color is there. Now let's go over to what we call the toolbar. Now this everything here is the tools you need on Photoshop. Some are in the edit, some are in the image, some are in the layer, some are in the type, select, filter, 3D view, window, everything is here. So now what do we call this? When you come on the when you just keep focus on the tool, you see what is called move tool. In the Adobe Illustrator, it's called the selection tool. This is what you use to move any text you put here, any image you put here. This is the tool you use to move them around, to place them at the point where you want. That is called the move tool. It's a selection tool. Now, if you notice these tools here, there are some of them that have arrows down. They have some arrows down. They have some arrows below them. Yes, and most of them, almost all, have arrows below them except these and the move tool. I think so. Now, when you see this arrow below them, it should show you that they have other tools inside them. Anyone you see with arrows have other tools inside them. As you can see, this elliptical marquee tool has a rectangular marquee tool, single row marquee tool, single column marquee tool. Now, what is this one called? This is the polygonal lasso tool. It's a very nice tool. It's a tool that you are going to be using every time you're in Photoshop. Lasso tool, polygonal lasso tool, magnetic lasso tool. It has a lot in it. So the next tool we have there is the quick selection tool. It has the quick selection tool. It has the magic wand tool. We'll learn how to use all these tools. The next tool we have is the slice tool, which has the crop tool, a very important tool. You're going to be using the perspective crop tool. This is a tool used to make the shape of anything you want. The slice tool, the slice select tool. So a very nice tool. Also color eyedropper tool or color picker. The Adobe Illustrator calls it the color picker. You have the eyedropper, 3D material, color sampler, ruler, node, just a lot of them. Now another tool you enjoy using is the healing brush tool. It has a spot healing brush tool. This you can use this for retouching. That's all this tool is mostly used for. Now we have the main brush tool. Now we have the main brush tool, which you can use to paint any work you need. The brush tool, pencil tool, mixer brush tool. These are different types of brushes you can use to design your work. Now the next tool we have is the clone stamp tool. Very important tool also. The next one we have is history brush tool, the eraser tool, another tool you'll be using so much. Very important, the rectangular tool, the gradient tool, sorry. The gradient tool, you have the paint bucket tool. Most of you, if you have done Microsoft Word, you know what is this for. If you're using painting, you know what is paint bucket tool is used for. You have the smudge tool, you have the touch tool, you have the pen tool, a very nice tool. You have the text tool, which is the type tool. As you all know, you guys know what it is for. Everybody knows what the type tool is for typing anything you want to type on Photoshop. You have the horizontal type tool, vertical type tool, horizontal type mask tool, vertical type mask tool. Now we have the just when your cursor is on top, you have the path selection tool. We have the rectangular tool, which also has a dot. So we have the rectangular tool. If you want to draw a rectangle, a box, any shape, any rectangular box shape, you have the rounded rectangle where the edges are curved. Very simple for you. You have the ellipse tool, which you can use for your circle and your eclipse, anything. You have the polygonal tool. You have the line tool. Now we have the custom shape tool. What does this custom shape tool do? Just click on it and it just pops up. Now this custom shape tool helps us to select any shape. It gives us any shape, things we would like to use. This is love, this is any shape we want to use in our. A lot of them is here, a lot of them is here, a lot of them is here. I know most of you, when you open your Photoshop, you may not see all these. All you have to do is click on this settings icon here. Click on the settings icon here and click on all and click on append and it will pop up everything. Remember, click on settings, click all, Click all, then click on append to bring up all the tools there, to bring up everything there, to bring up everything there. So let's try something. Let's try the test two. Let's type. Okay. Now when you notice, and you should notice something, let me click on the test one and wanted to type. Something popped up here. Now what's this called? This is called layers. Anything you do on the Photoshop is arranged in layers, is arranged the way they are. Anything you do step by step, it creates a layer for it. This is what layers are for. Now let's type that. Now we basically move to work. As you can see, it's moving. Anywhere you want it to be, anywhere is what the move to is for. It's selecting it. Why the move to is moving is because it is selected here in the layers. It is selected in the layer. Imagine I put this on the background. I click on the background. I can't move. I can't move. I can't move this smart digital again. I said this smart digital is here. That's when I can move it. You can see this is what the move to for. This is what the layers is for. Now the layers is a very important tool. Let us say that I want to see this smart digital again and I don't want to delete it. Maybe actually in the part in sometime in my design I may actually need it. I just come to this eye, indicate layer visibility, and just click on it. And the smart digital is off. So we'll be teaching you a lot on how to use this tool. We'll be teaching you a lot. So teach you a lot. Now let's say that the text. I don't like the text. I don't like the size. I want to reduce the size. I want to reduce the font. Just come to this character tool here. Character tool here. And make sure before you decide to edit any text you've written on Photoshop, make sure it is selected in the layer. So when you come to the characters, as you can see, this is where you can change the, the type, the way you want it to be. You want it to be well, or that's both. You can reduce the size. That one, that's 6, or that's B, that's 18. Okay, this is good. You can actually add the number you want is not there. You can actually add it. 18, that's it. So that's it. If you want it in slanted, in italics, make it in italics. If you anything you want at all in Photoshop is there, is there for you. Anything. As you can see, the smile at the S and the smile, just this Photoshop can help you then that I drew a line in the middle, just this. So anything you want in Photoshop is there for you. Anything you need, anything in Photoshop is there for you. Like you just have to master it and know how to do it. All these have their, all these have anything you want, everything here. So let's say I change this character to maybe Helvika compressed. I see that's changed. Uh, my digital. Let's increase in font size to 48. As you can see, I want it to be bold. Now, most of the characters here don't have this functionality. There's some characters you actually see, we choose the Helvetica and it didn't pop up. That's why you didn't see me go here. But I actually use this one, I can, and I'm able to like put italics or bold italics or actually keep it Roman normal. So this is a lot you can do. So let's come, let's say we want to select the rectangular tool. As you can see, you saw what I did. I right clicked. You right click. When you see anything you want and anything you want, you just right click and it pops up all the tools here. So I right click and I selected the rectangular tool and I want to do a rectangle. Okay, before that, even if okay, I didn't actually show you guys how to select color from menu. Yes. So you can also change the color of this magenta here in this character. As you can see color. Just click here and just change the color. See, that's it. Yes. Anything at all. Black changes. White. I think white is getting. You can change the color. Now let's say I selected the rectangular tool. I can actually come here and change the color. Rectangular tool. I can choose. Now, what's this stroke for? This stroke is for the border, something like around here. What do you want the color of the edges, the border to be? That's what this stroke is for. Let's say we want the border to be white. Then you increase it. You put half in one to one. Let's make it two. So, just draw. It's- So most times when you don't want to select, when you select, if you forgot to select the color and maybe you don't add stroke, you can actually leave it as zero. Maybe you forgot to select the color and everything, just do the rectangle. After drawing it, this will pop up. Pop up. Now, if you let's make it, if you actually want to curve it, and just increase the curve, it increases, just increase the edges, so it will curve and everything in it. Don't delete, put it back at zero, and that's it. On click on our move to. As you can see, this is our rectangular. So let's say, as you can see, this rectangular is just my down. Normally, it's not supposed. You can just bring down your smart digital, and as you can see, the smart digital is under the rectangle too. So let's you can actually bring it up again by bringing the rectangular tool down, and that's it. So anything you want to do, you can actually do it here. You put another shape up and everything, and you are good to go. And let's try. Type something. Then I try to delete a layer by like clicking on it and select delete layer and yes. So let's select text to and reduce the size to 12 and then type. Then once the layer is selected on 20, it is here you cannot do anything. It has to be selected because you're using the character tool. You get what I'm saying? Using the character tool. So you click on the character here and you can actually increase it if you want. Okay, that's that's a lot. That's an asset. So very and so what other today again can we use it? Now I will want you, every one of you, to go back and work on this. Just use these tools. Try how you can use it. Try to work with them. Try everything. Try everything you need. So let's I don't want to actually bore you guys with a lot. I want you guys to like understand something and everything. So let's say let me just teach you one simple technique. Don't actually stress yourself. Right? So now let's say that this test is like this, and I actually want to increase the size. Use Ctrl T. It's called transform. Transform and bring it here. Then if you want to rotate, you bring it down. You wait for this your arrow to curve. That's how you rotate it. How you want it. And how you want it. So then click. You can actually click on this good sign here or click on enter and you okay. That is it. Now let's click on Ctrl T again to reduce the size. Size. Okay. Enter. So remember it is selected in the layer. That's why I'm able to manipulate it. If I click on training, I click on Ctrl T and I want to transform this zoom and I click on Ctrl T, it won't affect the zoom because on the layers selected as training, it will affect the training that I selected. So it has to be on the zoom for it to affect the zoom. For every command you take to affect the zoom, that's it. That's how it works. It doesn't just work like that. Now let's click on Ctrl T and click on edit. Now, if you actually don't want to click on Ctrl T, you can actually come to edit and select transform. Where you see transform, and you are able to do whatever you want to do. Now, let's say you want to rotate it 180 degrees. That's rotated. Come again, 90 degrees. That's done the magic. Come again, rotate again. That's edit, transform. As you can see, free transform. Ctrl T, transform. Let's say you want to skew. What does skew means? Same thing, just want to about what skew means. You want to skew it, you want to play with it, you want to play with your diagram, you want to play with it, you want to try it. So how you want to do it, this is what skew does. Skew, let's come again. That's what skew does. And that when you're done playing with it, when you're done playing with it. So that's what this is. So let's say we want to save this little thing we have done. Let's say we want to save it, come to file, click on save for. If you want to click on save as, you want to save it as maybe a Photoshop document, something that you come back and work on, something that you can edit. Because once you click on save for web, oh hell no, you cannot come and edit what you've done. You're done. That means your save for web is you're done with design and you want to send it for the person it is for, or you want to do anything. So you want to really maybe later come back to the work and edit, you click on save as, therefore save for web, click on save for web, and this is it. Now it's in PNG format. You can select any format you want, JPEG, PNG, GIF. So I just love PNG and click on save and select where you want to save it. That's how it is. So in the next class, I'll be showing you a lot how to use pictures and everything. So what I want to do, what I want you guys to do for me is do this. master your tools, know how to do it. Then in our next class, I will be showing you a lot of things. I'll be dropping an assignment also that has to do with shapes that you use your Photoshop to do it. This thing has the same interface as the Adobe Illustrator, but the Adobe Illustrator is slightly different. We'll be showing you how to use the Adobe Illustrator. So thank you and God bless you.